Good evening, everybody. I am DM Stewart 1981. I am one of the Duckling Dons for the Duckling program. This is our 104 class, which is our Platy Party race. We'll have Saracen is in the booth with me. How are we doing tonight, Saracen?
Pretty good. A little chilly, as I think most people in North America are right now.
Yeah, you're right. Um, so why don't you talk us through the flags?
Well, it's a very special time of life when I get in the booth and get to talk about flags, isn't it? Wow, so many presets that you've got there, Mecklin. All right, well, we're going to go through this real quick because in about 4 minutes, the runners will have gotten past their delay. You're going to notice we have Short Topher and Orbs on here. Short Topher is, let's say, a reward for the challenges you will be facing in the course of this seed. On to our difficulty in scaling. Nothing super interesting here, nothing particularly telling. This is all very basic settings. On to the incentives, we will notice specifically one dud item, and that is because there is no bridge in this seed. Why is there no bridge, you might ask? Let's scroll on down and see why. Oh, it looks like there are no other map edits because there's no overworld. Isn't that fun? No overworld at all. No worrying about all of the overworld map and how to navigate and getting lost with your ship. Who needs a ship? You can't even touch grass, let alone water. So, let's keep on moving. Nothing super exciting in the maps and routing. However, we're going to be learning with Noverworld all of the fun things of the map, because there are fun things in the map.
There are.
So we'll get to that as we get to that. Moving on, treasures and freebies. Nothing surprising here. Nothing outside of the normal here.
I will note that Rax points out in chat, a dud, if folks don't know, is when an incentivized location has a random non-incentivized item. It is the opposite of a loose.
Yep. So typically it ends up being like gold or, iron armor or something like that. But yes, one incentivized location will have nothing in it. We're going to get to that, Vaughn. I promise. We're just getting through the flags first. Shops and magic, nothing surprising here. That's, we're trying to keep things a little bit lower level on some of the craziness. And again, enemies and formations, nothing super surprising here either. These are all very standard flags for good reason. You have a lot to think about with this flag set. Party comp, everything's allowed. We're going to let you pick your own party. We have some recommendations on that front, or at least I do. But you get to pick what you want. Let's keep on going. Notable here, Thief and Ninja Agility is at plus 50, which is a little lower than some of the presets. That can have an impact in terms of decisions overall. We do have 2 bonuses, which is very helpful. And let's keep it rolling. We got about 45 seconds until these guys are going, which is crazy talk. Biggest thing on this screen right here. Shelters are turned into ethers. What the heck does that mean, you might ask? Well, you will not have tents or cabins or houses because there's nowhere to put a tent or a cabin or a house inside a dungeon. Therefore, we are giving you ethers, which will allow you to restore spell charges wherever the heck you want. You're going to buy 99 of these. Go for it.
Yeah.
There's 3 levels. There's ether, dry ether, and X ether. The charges restored are listed on the screen here. Thank you, Mecklin, for putting that up. This is super important.
We have gotten through our delay.
We have gotten through our delay. The last thing I'm going to say is save game when game over. All right, let's go. Yeah. So you will start in Canaria Castle with Noverworld, and you will have some stairs right in front of you.
Life
And
2
you
at
can run
level 1.
Life 2 at level 1 is very good.
Lit 2 at level 1
Lit 2,
black.
Lit 2 Saber can be helpful. So with the ethers in place of the tents and such, Knight and Ninja spell charges are way more awesome than they've ever been. Because you don't have to worry about using them between fights. All right, we needed that brought to the king. Yeah. So, a little bit about Noverworld. There's going to be stairs where you didn't think there were stairs before, because there certainly weren't stairs there before, and now there are. The stairs will connect various dungeon areas, and guess what? Since there's no ship, there's also no canoe or airship. But those are replaced with specially named items that correspond more or less to the sorts of things you'd be expecting the canoe and airship to open up. Those items are called the Mark, which the NPCs will refer to as the Mark of Lucan, and that will allow you to get past any blocking NPC. There are a few of those. We'll point them out as we see them. The sigil is what replaces the airship, and that is going to open up anything that's blocked by an orb. So if you enter a room and you see an orb with a little pedestal, and you have the sigil, it will turn into effectively stairs. Zeus Bonk in the top left, and a flame armor.
And a flame armor, +4.
Flame +4, very solid. Very helpful.
That's already close to end game level armor.
I would say it absolutely is. So we have the herb and the rod so far.
There's a ribbon in Matoya's.
Ooh. And you know what? The wizard rod actually is really good just as money at this point in the seed. It can be helpful if you're going to go into like an early carry fight. But you see here that Toph connects to Matoya, which connects to Provoca. So the stairs are going to lead in generally recognizable patterns, right? That's a fairly natural arc. There is another staircase in Matoya's, and that leads to Marsh. So you'll learn that this is a very fun learning experience.
And that is a crown.
That is one of many F words that fun is one of many F words that our runners will be saying about this flag set tonight. Which, if you look in the race room, oh man, the salt.
All the salt.
Wall at level 2 white, nuke at level 2 black. All right. Well, regular ethers will be very, very helpful.
Very useful.
Now, as I mentioned, the secondary stairs in Matoya lead to Marsh, but specifically Marsh Top. And so one of the things about Noverworld is you're going to learn how to navigate these dungeons in ways that you've never had to do it before. And it's sometimes a little uncomfortable. And, we'll see some locations that are a little strange in that regard.
But if you never get out of your comfort zone, you never learn anything.
I have run a couple of these, this flag set just in the past couple of days, because I'm really a fan of Noverworld. I think that it forces me to remember the maps better in some regards, because the reverse dungeons really put a wrinkle in things. Franklin just walking by what is sometimes referred to as the shortcut door. So once you have the key, surprise, the key opens up some things.
So that must be a key lock there.
Yep. So that connects there's a door on the bottom right of Canaria Castle, and there is a staircase added in there, and that staircase connects to another, it connects to that room that was just walked by. And off to the right, at the dead end spur that nobody ever goes to in Marsh, there's another locked door with a staircase, and that brings you into the elf treasury.
This is a very interesting map edit set.
Yep. It's a good time though. Big XP box after getting that adamant in Marsh. So that's what we just saw on Odron's side.
And that goes to that's a loot coming from Astos.
Interesting.
I saw real quickly as Odron blazed through the dialogue box.
So that room that Odron was just in is the first floor of Ordeals. And that is a very special room because the top left has a mark NPC and the top right has a sigil orb. So those are both ways you can go. And there's our mark coming from the herb turn-in.
And there was one of those blocking NPCs there in Elf Castle.
Exactly. That is going to get fast at level 3. Very nice.
Also,
and Fade
heal 3 and exit.
Yeah, that heal 3 is not going to be used by, I think, anybody. Phoenix is bumbling through this, which I think is the most fun way of getting through these. As Nova World is not something that we run a whole lot around here. Sarda the Sage has the sigil. Very interesting. And there's Temper at level 4. All right, Dry Ethers, suddenly very important.
Yes.
And only cheap. 79. Oh, boy.
Oh, Franklin may have bickied himself.
Whoops. It's easy to do that.
It's easy to do that. Masa +3 from the Adamant.
That is very helpful to find early.
And Odron got to ice. I'm not sure how.
That is behind the NPC in Elf Castle that the mark opened up.
We didn't get a chance to mention the blursings on these. Fighter gets +50 agility and teleport magic. Thief has improved Thor Hammer and Hurt Undead. Black Belt has self magic and +10 MDef. Red Mage gets Doom magic and 10 strength. White Mage gets 800 gold and 15 agility. Black Mage gets Learn Sleep and add MDef. That's a tail from the incentive chest in Ice. And Learn Sleep to get +MDef and 10 Vitality.
Good blursings all around. Fighter hard required. Let me tell you, Telemagic is one of the most amazing bonuses in this mode.
Yes.
Coral +4 in the Volcano Armory, by the way. So the the ice drop-down room that has the incentive chest? It also has a ladder that goes to Volcano, which is pretty nifty. Vorpal +3 out of 3. Nice. With the mark, this is another fun little bit. You can walk out of Volcano, and it brings you to Crescent Lake. There is an NPC blocker, but you have the mark, and you'll be able to go straight to the Sage, which opens up a few other things as well.
Opens up some options.
It basically is going to open up the whole map because Crescent Lake is connected to Sarda. So yeah, there's a lot that just suddenly opened up. Well, I say it's connected to Sarda. It's connected to Crescent Lake connects to dwarves behind the canal. But behind the canal is also the connection to Sarda's room, and to Earth, and to Melmond. So it's very good.
Yes. Note to self: Noverworld, Crescent Lake is your hub.
So it's one of your hubs. If you get the TNT early, you can still just use Canaria Castle as your hub, because it's very quick access to Crescent Lake and to Melmond. And Canaria also has a sigil block leading to Waterfall and Lefane. So anyway, I will go off endlessly about this mode if I'm not shut up. So
I am not a big Noverworld fan myself, mostly because I keep getting lost.
That just means you need more practice. I say that, and I know it's not easy to want to practice a mode where you feel like you're getting lost all the time, but like there were so many opportunities to feel clever in this mode. And I think that is the biggest value proposition.
Okay, like, I can buy that.
Because what you're going to find as we go along is that there's a couple very, very fun shortcuts. And sometimes you go on little adventures that you didn't think were possible. And yeah, most likely we will see one of those shortcuts come up in the sea to sky or vice versa vector. But for sure, this is a flag set. This is an option that once you are like fully in on it, it just feels so fun. Like you can do so many crazy.
Odron pulls a Kelly.
It's true. Notable thing about pulling this Kelly is actually what's behind her. There's a stairwell past the orb, and it leads to a random Cardia entrance.
Oh, it's a random one. It's not even a...
Actually, wait, this might not be random, because that was actually the same one that I just had in a seed about 2 hours ago. Like I said, I do a fair amount of these. Now, Odron, interestingly, is choosing to walk. I'm curious what floor the warp charges start coming out in. No, one of the downsides of Telemagic is while it is super, super, super good, it's level 8, and therefore it's only 2 charges, except when you burn X-Ethers. So then you have unlimited, right? As many as your money could afford you to buy X-Ethers. And yeah.
So that would be that sigil lock that Dark Moon just ran into?
Yes. The left door there is a sigil block. Would you like the spoilers of where that sigil lock goes to?
Yes, I would.
It goes to on-rack. The map in this is so wonderfully creative. And the only thing that makes it more entertaining to me is the fact that you can throw entrance and floor shuffle. All right, Odron using the mark to get past that NPC, gets the TNT, almost forgets the hint giver, finds out that Matoya has the key.
Key, while always required to open the door in Temple of Fiends, is even more important because lots more stuff is available.
That's probably more pro than I would have bought on Odron's side. Just once you find out that the slab is right here. I somehow knew that was going to happen, that the shop item would be right there. It's okay, we have a wizard stick to sell. We're good.
And a light axe, presumably.
Yeah.
Without a white mage, it's not nearly as good.
I mean, it's still good. All right, Franklin getting that mark now. Phoenix about to go pull Kelly as well. Darkmoon in the armory. So this is what I meant about the backside of dwarves. And with the canal open up, all it does is get rid of Narek. But he was the one blocking that connection that gets you from the top of the Temple of Fiends first floor to all of the wonders that are down here.
Yes, to all of the wonders you can get to from Crescent Lake.
Yep. Now, what's funny to me, and you know, funny, haha, like, this is just how I think. Checking those chests at the top right of dwarves and then warping would put you back in Crescent Lake, and it would save you this whole walk through the floor. Again, this is a mode where when you're really in on it, it is super fun.
And there is that sigil.
Heck yes. So much of the map is now open up to our runners once they have access to that sigil.
There's at Titans, there's Earth.
Yep. I love that Earth is just hiding in the closet.
Well, I mean, there are multiple closets within Earth, so...
Yeah, but just the Sarda's closet, you know? It's a marvelous place that we only ever go to in Bingo Land. And here it's required because it's the stairway to Earth.
Okay, presumably there will be a... another ladder behind the Earth Orb.
Yep. Amazingly, the only place that doesn't have one of those behind the orb is Sky, which instead has a chest. I don't know why that is the case. However, Ice has the normal like exit to overworld staircase at the very end of the dungeon. That goes to Acardia as well.
Then how else do you get out?
There is an additional drop-down hole that puts you back to the incentive floor in Ice.
Okay, outside the...
Yes.
Okay.
It loops in a very fun.
You can see that I don't play this mode very often.
Yeah. Frankly, going to be the first one to look in at the Ordeals maze by the looks of it.
You know, the other thing that gets me with Nova World is you can't encounter manipulate.
It's true. That is one of the more interesting things that you have to adapt to, is that there's just no encounter manipulating because there's no saving. This is why we have save game when game over turned on.
It is a good reason to have Sogo on.
Opal +5 for Dark Moon.
Ooh.
In a chest that Odron walked by. Side note, it's a chest that seems to disproportionately have good things in it. I don't know why. Vaughn asking if Sogo is standard with no overworld. Kinda, yeah. Most of the time, I would say that save game when game over it is turned on for an overworld, because I think there's enough going on with Nova World, yeah. Right?
There's enough issues in Nova World to begin with that Sogo is just so much of a quality of life upgrade.
All right, Odoron has 2 orbs lit. Checked out another Cardia. Where does he go next? Provoca. No. We're thinking about this. We're going the long way to Marsh. I say the long way. Oh,
there's an X-Cal.
Okay.
Neutral X-Cal. Welcome FF4 All, rating with party of 21.
Welcome FF4 All. We're doing Nova World tonight for our Duckling flag reveal. Alright, Odron into the waterfall. Oh, Crystal out of Ordeals, very required because we know that Matoya has the key.
Yes.
Odron has found the Cardia hole that leads to Bahamut and promptly promotes.
Well, yeah.
Highly recommended. The magic is good. Remember what I said about Saber? Remember what I said about Saber at level 1 as like an actual thing?
Yeah.
It's because that ninja will be able to...
With that ninja, yes. By the way, Dark Moon lights that Earth Orb.
Heck yeah.
I guess Dark Moon fought a lich. I blanked. I must have missed it.
Frequently, that is the case.
That knight picking up life too. And fade.
You know, it was really convenient that the Bahamut Cardia hole was in the waterfall section. So there's 2 additional staircases in waterfall. One of them is a Cardia, and the other is Lefane. So, you know, just straight to the magic. We're done thinking about that. There's really nothing that we need at this point, in addition to what we already have.
So Dark Moon has not picked up that cube or that tail from Ice Cave yet.
Unfortunate. Oh, those stairs were right next to each other too. Sometimes you really have to go exploring for the stairs, and then to have them just be right next to each other is almost a little insulting. I mean, like in the best way possible, though, right?
Franklin, on the other hand, is headed through ice right now.
I think ice is a very principled play to actually go through, and not just skip to the volcano side of it. Because the incentive floor, you've got the warp trick going on, but like the incentive floor has a ladder that goes directly to the armory floor of volcano, and yeah, it's real tempting to just do that. The flip side is that one of those cardio holes, and actually it is definitely randomized, but one of those cardio holes is at the end of ice. So until
And
you locate
there was an opal shield plus something and oxyale from the robot, which both Darkmoon and Odoron will pick up.
So there was talk of sale of Vorpal, and comments about what else is its purpose. You know, the Sky 3 window.
Yes, yes, you can throw it out the Sky 3 window as well.
But actually, honestly, +3, it's a reasonable sword. It's almost the katana.
It pains me to admit it, but at +3, it's usable if you don't find a katana.
Franklin making
possibly selling the one dart for money to buy the
slab.
Slab.
Yeah.
Which Phoenix has translated.
I mean, realistically, that was exactly the same sort of situation Odoron was in a few minutes ago with the hilarious karma on the Pro Ring purchase.
No regrets. I'd still purchase the professional ring.
I would have looked at the item shop first. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, that's fair.
Franklin having a moment of, oh, there's a slab here and I can't afford it. And Odoron apparently not realizing there's only 2 stairs in addition to the normal stair in Waterfall, but it's okay. We're done with that place.
Looks like Cube is in C.
Which is a really funny place for it, because you know what? I'd never grab it if I didn't have that hint. Like, it's... Well, Sorry, I can't say that. We have the Oxyale on Odoron's side and Darkmoon's side, so, like, you could reasonably get there. But, like, 9 times out of 10, Noverworld throws me into C via Sky, and then it's like, do I really need to walk from Kraken's floor to Mermaids? And in this seed, the answer is yes. It's very sad.
So, a note that that slab turn-in becomes a ribbon.
Oh. Nice, but not required.
Wouldn't it be amusing if that was the non-incentivized ribbon? If that was a dud ribbon?
Oh, that's a cruel thought, sir.
I thought you would appreciate it.
I mean, you'd only know because you wouldn't have a fanfare.
Odoron picking up those extremely cheap heal pots.
So, this is one of those hear me out moments. This is actually why I favor the White Mage so heavily in Noverworld. Heal 3 and Ethers is just infinitely better than heal pots.
Yeah.
And
you're not wrong.
Even heal 2 is sufficient. Cure 3. I'll settle for cure 3. It's just so much faster. As long as you know how to menu the ethers.
Phoenix picking up that 3-chest Cardia entrance.
You know, there's a pack I don't mind seeing. 4 Whiz Mummies? Sure, why not?
Although a couple low roll nukes.
Yeah. Look, you can't win them all.
But you're right, I don't mind seeing that pack one bit. That's a pack that always makes me pucker. That always makes me nervous. Even though I know they probably don't have the script, they still make me nervous.
So I think Odoron just having a moment of, hey, which way do I actually need to go in order to get to where I need to go? Which is unfortunate. Because the real answer is that the path to Onrak is found through the top. You got to walk to the first floor. All right, we're going there.
Yep, that's where we're headed. Well, Mechlin, all menuing is a skill set. Mechlin pointing out menuing ethers is a skill set.
It is. I think it's a very distinct skill set from the heal pot menuing. It's like heal pot menuing, it's mostly the rhythm, right? And if you're doing the cancel function to like speed it up, because you can save many, many, many seconds over the course of a seed by canceling during the sound effects. All right. Odron officially has landed into Onrak. Which, that basically, you know, spoilers to the fact that I've already said it. There's a staircase that goes from Kraken's floor to Sky, or at least to Mirage 2. So we need to grab that cube.
Well, that's an important distinction given that we know the cube is at Mermaids.
Right. So he's going to grab the cube, and then he's going to go fight Kraken, and then he's going to walk in to Tia, and then he's going to go, heck, where is my key? And the answer is that he needs to find Ordeals. Now, what's also kind of funny is that there is a logical possibility that the chime is in Sky. Just, it's one of those weird possibilities. It's only available in Overworld, really. Or if you have Shuffle Chime access. But yeah, the Sky incentive item could indeed be the chime.
Which would be quite amusing.
One thing, I think we've sort of vaguely mentioned it a couple of times, but I want to make sure we're explicitly saying it as well. You're watching these veteran runners, some of whom have been in the community longer than the Noverworld option has existed. They're getting lost in here too. Don't worry. Yeah. Everybody gets lost in here. All right. There are only a few people that really, really get Noverworld, like at a deep level. And that's why the Dons are running this course.
Yes. And one of those people is in the booth with me tonight.
I am one of the people who's really big on this mode. Welcome to the stream, Krellin. We got an overworld tonight, so this is what we're learning. We're learning how to maneuver through all of the fun that is the overworld experience.
I'm wondering what... I keep wondering what Odron is looking for, but no, I know what he's looking for. Odron's looking for a katana.
It would be helpful. Why the backwards walking? That is a choice that the runner has made by using the map man sprites just reversed. There are a couple of pre-mades that have that, and it's funny, I didn't realize there was one of just regular stuff walking backwards. I'm only used to seeing the eggs. There's all sorts of fun things you can do with the sprite replacements. That's why we have Ninja Turtles on the top left.
Ooh. 5 Whiz Mummies, 4 Mummies. There's a pack you don't mind seeing.
I mean, I don't really like mummies, but yeah.
Well, but 5 Whiz Mummies.
Exactly. We got to crack it. We have a dead ninja.
Yeah, we have a dead ninja. We have a dead Kraken.
Okay. Yeah, Masa with a fast and a temper behind it, even at level 16. That's funny to say, too. Even at level 16 is enough. This is a Cardia dead end. We actually don't need to check any more of those Cardia holes once we know where Bahamut is, so we're good there. Gershark Big Eye, love to see it.
Oh yeah, one of the better XP encounters. As we see from nearly 4,000 XP, even though it's already split 4 ways.
Yup. So what we're about to see...
there's a great question in chat. Is there a resource for where the new entrances are, or are they random? There is a resource. It is on the wiki.
So the main thing to remember is that the location of the waterfall stairs is random, like proc gen in there. Is Titans incentivized? That's a great question. Let me look.
Meanwhile, Odron is...
Titans is not incentivized.
Odron heading up Mirage Tower. And don't worry too much, Mulhound. These flags are very friendly for an overworld.
Now, what I will say is if you are concerned about your async time for the Duck Weekly, first off, don't worry about it. It's Duck Weekly. It's, everybody's learning it here, right? However, if you really want to get a good feel for it before you jump in, XP in the Sky Incentive box, good to know. That was their dud. But if you really want to get a feel for it, just run a different seed of these first. Get a little bit of practice in just to understand how the map works. Because the biggest challenge is understanding where the new staircases are and how you can use them. Phoenix has
that key. And
which means there's Phoenix has done anything. Oh, go ahead.
There is a question in chat about the new consumables, so let's talk through them real quickly. The Ether, ETH, gives you back 1 charge of level 1 and level 2. The Dry Ether, or Dry, gives you back 1 charge each of levels 1 through 4. And the X Ether, which was what Krellin in chat was asking about, gives you back 1 charge of all 8 levels.
So ether usage is super important in Nova World. We didn't have anywhere to pay attention here anyway.
Yes, they're in to replace the tent, cabin, and house because those don't really have a use when you don't have an overworld to save on, to use them on.
Dark Moon headed in to sea.
Dark Moon also going to need to find that. Dark Moon also going to need to find the. Going to need to make their way to ordeals and.
All right, so Odron has found a Warmack. It's only vaguely chicken. We don't have the beak. It's actually a little disorienting seeing the vanilla sprite.
It is a little. Oh, Warmack with damage poison.
Well, you know what? The worst case scenario is save game when game over is turned on. This is the best case scenario of the melee got levels.
Yeah, the melee got quite a few levels. Yes, Razor 1, so go. Save on game over is on. And presumably, if Odron wanted to, Odron could use life 2 charges from that night and bring up their mages.
Or just exit.
Yes, or just exit.
The fighter has exit.
Franklin picking up that Oxyale.
You know, part of the decision that Odron's making here might be I don't know exactly what to do because I can't remember what incentives I haven't reached yet. Oh, we're in the menu. We're thinking. We are bringing the rest of the party back up. Okay. So what you are likely seeing, for sure on Franklin's side, but I think also on Odron's side, is the dreaded, I don't know what I haven't done yet. And trying to figure that out while walking.
That is something we can ask if Odron has forgotten the fighter with telemagic.
I would be super surprised because he had the magic menu open in order to cast Life 2. And he has been using the telemagic up until now. All right, there's that sigil barrier down for Franklin to head into honor rack. The other thing I'll toss out is money is a really entertaining problem. Wanted to go to the wanted to go through the robot into Gaia. That was the walkout reason. Okay.
That is valid reason.
Yeah. So trying to remember here. I think that the Gaia entrance is on the Ordeal's first floor section. Oh, and he needs to turn in the slab still to get that ribbon. Which he was really hoping that was going to be the crystal or the key.
Yeah. Yeah, that was... That would have simplified his pathing immensely.
Fieristar mentioning Gaia is Mirage 1. Yes, Gaia is Mirage 1 if you have the chime, which Odron did not have upon entering there. All right, Franklin getting the cube, very important. Darkmoon getting bullied.
Now that's not a phrase you hear very often in this community.
Oh, he gets bullied plenty. So yeah, Gaia has a Cardia staircase. It has an entrance that I believe goes to the top right of the Ordeal's first floor, and behind a sigil lock, and then the Mirage 1 entrance.
But the Mirage 1 entrance is teleport. Chime locked. And from what I can tell, from what's available and what we know, it looks like that is bottle locked. That chime is bottle.
So funny if this was the chime. It is. Oh,
we know it had to be.
Oh, that stings.
We knew it had to be.
Yeah. It just stings so much to see that. And now Odron goes to make the correct play. The one that we've seen on both Phoenix and Franklin's side. Alright, Darkmoon has the cube.
And yes, for our tracker Thavion, one of our trackers tonight, Thavion in chat, at least they get short Topher.
Yep. Like I said at the flag read-off, the short Topher is to make up for the fact that you probably had a brain-breaking time in here. What I will also say, though, is that for all of the brain-breaking, it's frequently faster, just because you didn't have to do any overworld stuff.
Right. This is a no lockpicking seed deliberately.
Yeah. No lockpicking is very important to practice. Logic breaks with lockpicking they're fun as a player, but they're also not necessarily good educational content. So,
but
the one thing that
Rax saying none of those nonsense garbage random encounters, love not having the overworld. The problem with that is that it also doesn't give you the opportunity to manipulate those encounters.
You know what it also does, though, that you didn't capitalize on is the opportunity to jack up the overworld encounter rate as an Easter egg in the flag set.
There is that. Yes, so you can manipulate dungeon encounters that way too.
Well, you can set overworld encounter to 1.5 times and just really scare people, you know?
There is that. That was a missed opportunity. That was very much a missed opportunity.
Alright. Darkmoon trying to figure out how he's going to get into the sky. And the sad answer is the easiest way was from Kraken's floor. Which again, it's that familiarity with Noverworld where you learn, oh yeah, there's this staircase here.
Right.
All right, we have a Topher entrance at just about 50 even for Odron.
Yeah.
Look at that Masa just whooping up on a purple carpet.
Wait, there was a speed bump fight?
Yeah, I know, right?
I blinked.
Ice 3 coming out of Carry. Big nuke from the ninja. Into 5 hits, 310 for the kill from that Masa. Zap comes out from Kraken, takes out 2 members of the party. Whew.
Ouch.
We're life 2ing. We're taking out Kraken too.
No,
Don't worry.
We're not life 2ing.
We're good.
We're good.
2
Both
life
life
cast.
casts are still up, Razor.
The Knight has it, yeah. The Knight has it too. And again, those Ninja and Knight spell slots are super valuable in this because of the ethers.
Yes. Because you can restore them in the middle of the dungeon.
It's really funny just how trivial endgame dungeons feel at low levels when you have a handful of ethers and good magic.
And Kraken pulled at 51-58.
You mean Chaos? We got a Chaos on the screen.
Chaos, rather, pulled at 51-58. Sorry, words are hard.
It's late. It's been a weird weekend.
A lot later for you than me, too.
Yeah, it's after 11 here. Crazy. And that looks like a GG.
Done. With an official racetime.gg time of 52:27, putting Odron in first on stream, second overall. First overall was Fiera Star, 51:38.
Very solid finish there.
By the way, Phoenix also on a Chaos. GG.
GG, Odron.
Thanks.
So how'd you feel about that?
For an overworld seed, it wasn't bad. The chime lock being in the bottle felt bad.
Yeah.
By the way, Phoenix finishing with an official racetime.gg time of 53:18, being second on stream, third overall. GG Phoenix.
GG Phoenix.
Thank you.
Well, so Noverworld, what are your tips for ducks?
Have the map open. If you have 2 screens, have it on your second screen. If you don't have 2 screens, pull it up on your phone. That map is just way too useful to not have handy.
And whatever you do, don't turn on entrance and floor shuffle.
Yeah, that makes for a bad time.
It makes for a lovely time. Come on.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
I've spent a lot of time with Shimbabi over the years. You know, he was in my duck class and all, and he is very much the proponent of the entrance and floor Noverworld. And yeah.
Yeah.
I'm with him, honestly.
I just don't care for an overworld. It's not my cup of tea.
It's not my
See,
top two world formats.
So the thing is that, and I say this to people, if I haven't mentioned it to you lately, I'm doing a master's program, which means that I'm hanging out with people that are almost half my age. It could just be my kids, right? And I've had to remind them that when you don't like something, you have to get good at it so that you just get it over with better, right? Do it
Or
angry.
You just grumble to yourself the whole time you slog your way through it.
You say slog and you still got second overall, sir.
Look, I got lucky with my routing, thank you.
Other than that chime.
Yeah, other than the chime. Stupid robot. I
Yeah.
forgot that block was even there.
Dark Moon kills a Warmac.
Heck yeah.
Franklin got a Chaos.
Warmac was fun.
Warmac did exactly what Warmac needed to do.
Yeah,
Die?
my ninja and fighter were up when it died, so I had level 26 melees going into Topher.
Oh, I think I was like 20 across the board. I went all gas, no brakes, and I probably took too many fights in Sky.
Yeah,
Sorry
but
if you hear my keyboard
so
clicking. I'm
nice.
copying down our finishers, and so that we can so that when we're putting together our score sheet, we have it in a convenient place. Because tonight is the beginning of the Platy party.
Platy noises?
You know, the fact that I actually finished in the top 3 means I gotta figure out how to actually stream from Mexico next week. There's a part of me that was hoping I was gonna actually just like totally fall on my face here and like, alright, cool, done for another year. Not have to worry about it, but now I actually have to.
I mean, your wife's gonna let you stream from Mexico?
I mean, it's late enough. Kiddo should be in bed. So as soon as Kiddo goes to bed, that pretty much shuts most things down anyways.
I gotcha.
Meanwhile, Franklin fighting a Chaos.
Franklin killing a Chaos.
Killing a Chaos. Third on stream, 6th overall. So after Phoenix, we have Ikir with a racetime.gg time of 56:51. Windfox 470 with a racetime GG time of 56:55. And Franklin Radical Nerd 58:04. GG Franklin.
GG's.
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 So what'd you think?
It took a little bit for it to sink in that it was Noverworld, but then I panicked and I grabbed Mecklen's emo tracker pack and then made the map as big as I could at the cost of shrinking the game size on my laptop screen. But it was worth it because I was able to make the map just large enough that if I got really close to the screen and squinted at it, I could see the text.
I
It
know that struggle even more now because I'm on a 1 monitor setup.
Yeah.
I had another monitor open for the race that I had specifically ready to look at the flags as I raced, but the flags ended up being the most standard thing, and I didn't have emo tracker on that computer.
Mm.
Yeah, other people in chat talking about the laptop map shrinkage.
Yeah, this is the unfortunate part of Nova World for people who don't run a lot of Nova World, where you're like, wait, what am I missing and how do I get there? Oh god, how do I get there? There's like 3 different ways. Oh no.
Yeah.
Or you just be like me and skip the early key and take the long, windy paths to get everywhere.
I think
He
I
was
I
also
would say that you navigated well.
Oh man, if key was early, I done messed up. I think that was one of the last. Actually, I think that was the last thing I pulled.
Yeah, it was the last thing I pulled too, but it was just sitting in ordeals. Crown was fairly early,
yeah.
so it was open to be grabbed very early.
Yeah, I
Well,
was hoping
it's not crown
I
for
didn't
that
have to go
one.
to ordeals.
Oh, you don't need
It's
crown
not
for
crown for
ordeals?
that one. It's the mark,
Oh, well, Mark and
which was
Sigil were
also
both
very
That was
early.
also early.
Yeah, Mark and Sigil were fairly early as well.
It seems both Phoenix and I skipped the chime.
You
Yeah, I
guys
never
didn't do
found the
waterfall?
Unnecessary.
Yeah, I did waterfall.
Waterfall turned in. Wait, was
I don't think
waterfall
I ever went to
bottle?
Gaia. I don't think I ever went to Gaia.
Yeah, and I
Oh.
think that the fairy had the chime. It was the only
Yeah.
check I didn't have left.
It sure did. Oh, waterfall was Oxy.
I
So-
copied the link location out of the race room to send Dark Moon to put on the wiki. Dark Moon, who's in the race.
Whoops. It's fine. So yeah, for the benefit of Franklin and probably Phoenix, because I don't remember if this was mentioned while you were both in here, Odoron unfortunately walked backwards through Sky and ran into the chime robot while trying to go to the bottle turn-in.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's-
I
So-
refused to give him the chime after I found it on the ferry. He's just stuck there forever.
So in the once I took out Tiamat, you probably saw this on stream. I was so excited about making the realization that I could use the X Ether to get my tele magic back that I nearly exited out before I stepped on the plate to get my orb.
And there's Dark Moon heading into ordeals.
All right. Dark Moon knows how to do an ordeals.
Oh, this ordeal's messed me up after my brain had been geared to the other winding puzzle.
Dark Moon running into the Zonks back to back is kind of funny too.
Well, I mean, it happens.
Yeah.
I fully support not starting to use warp charges until you get well into it, though.
Just buy X Ethers, bro. All you need is X Ethers.
No, you just keep going
I had
back
lots
through
of
the
them.
portals.
But I gotta save those, man. Come on, bro. You gotta save your items.
Yeah, the only
You
items
just
you're
might need
allowed
them
to
another
use
time.
are heal potions. I also forgot to stock up on heal potions before I went into Topher.
I don't think I bought heal potions once. The white mage
Yeah.
with early heal 2 and heal 3.
Looks like this Topher is messing with Dark Moon a little bit, or this ordeals.
So you're saying he's
That'll-
making it an ordeal?
Yes.
That
See,
didn't
that's
take
just
away
how
mage.
ordeals is, though. Like, especially, this is one of those things that is unique to Nova World, is that you get so tunnel visioned on all of the puzzling that you had to do for the Nova World, or the getting lost in the Nova World, whichever it is for you, that you then get into the ordeals randomization that you know is there. You've done like hundreds of times, and you're like, wait, what? Like, everything stops working brain.exe has crashed. Happens every time.
I will need to after the race is all the way done, I will need to go through and check who all are among our racers tonight are Platies. And there went that crystal.
I don't think we have a Chanigan going and showing us all up this year.
Yeah, it is kind of funny that he's not auditing the races this time.
But it is always fun to get a Chanigan in there. And there's that key for Dark Moon.
Hooray!
Hooray!
Why the exit? You can just do a warp back and you're in Ordeals.
You mean in Toph?
Or Toph
You need
in
to
Toph.
save in case you die in Topher and you don't want to use that Sogo.
And here's Dark Moon gonna roll over a purple speed bump.
Carpet has been beaten.
And gonna hit a Kelly 2.
She was
No
mean.
step on smack. Yeah, the Ice 3 is pretty sizable for the characters that don't have ribbons.
It is.
I don't think
Oh,
I
and
saw
crack.
that. I definitely didn't see that.
Yeah, I did not see crack. I think she died turn 1.
Yeah, she died on turn 2 for me because I misclicked who I fasted. Fasting a white mage on carry 2 is kind of useless, by the way, in case anybody wasn't aware.
Hey, put the Thor hammer on the white mage and
It was.
get to it.
It still didn't do anything.
Didn't the Thief have improved Thor this seed?
Yes. Thief did
Oh.
have improved lore.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Didn't even think about that.
I found a Masa and I had a high level fighter, so I didn't really
I had a
care
Masa of
about
Vorpal
the other
and
weapon.
Excal. I didn't even care. The Excal was doing
And
work.
there goes Kraken 2. Kraken 2 did not do his actual job and did not even kill a life caster.
Look, Kraken 2 zapped my party and both my life casters had ribbons.
It was funny watching that zap hit 2 out of 4.
Kraken 2 had Zap?
Yeah.
Oh,
First turn,
I killed him
zap.
before he did anything.
Oh yeah, first
I got
turn he
perfect
hit my
turnover
party
on
with
that.
that.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw anything out of Tia. I think I one rounded Tia.
Yeah, I think I killed him in the second round. He didn't have anything. Or she didn't
Well,
have
to
anything.
answer Fiera Star in chat, Fiends 2 were dangerous? I mean, crack. I mean, they have the usual refight pool.
Fierstar, I want to just let you know that you just undone yourself in the race room.
No, I guess.
Uh-oh.
Nope, I'm not finishing first then. Oh, that's unfortunate.
That was a big old whoops.
That is. I don't even know if you can fix that in race time.
It's a good question.
I don't know.
I don't think there's a way to fix that now.
I don't think there is. Well, I guess Aldron and I
That's
just got promoted
unfortunate
for more
for
points.
the-
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, those pickup race points. That's good.
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
the pickup race
this-
points
this
don't
is
really
a tournament.
matter.
This is the Platy Party tournament. And that's done for Dark Moon. That's on stream, 9th overall. So after Franklin, hello, Dark Moon.
GG's.
So, what'd you think? What'd you think of the flags?
Hated it. This is the. Hold on a second. Let me change my microphone. There we go. That should sound better. This is the first Noverworld seed I've ever finished. So, yeah. I think as you probably noticed, I didn't realize how some of the parts of the dungeons connected. So I missed ordeals earlier when I should have gone there, and then I also missed the fact that there's the Tiamat connection over on Kraken Floor. So triple dipping Kraken Floor felt real good.
Oof.
Yeah.
That's a big ol' oof.
Yeah. The next time I do one of these, I'll know that better, but I didn't know that today, so that sucked.
So just to recap our other finishers, we have after Franklin, we have Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna at 102.18, Jay Scheidel at 104.34.
Yeah, you come in.
Go! At 106.05, and Dark Moon at 109.49.
Did I I'll have to check with you guys later because there's a question I have about scoring too that's going to offset everything, but we can discuss that off stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Dark Moon, I don't know if you noticed / heard in any way, but there was a slight error in the race room. Fiera Star accidentally undone, and so the correct time on that was actually first place.
Their first time is fine. Okay, cool. Then I'm not going to adjust anything. That was what my question was going to be, but I was going to do it off stream, but we're good. We're good.
Yeah. That was a whoops, hit a keybind moment.
Yeah,
so
that happens. I understand. So, but yeah, that was, I mean, I kind of felt like I was slowly getting it, like in the midpoint, but I don't know that I enjoyed it.
Did you backdoor bonk into Gaia?
No, I never found the chime, so that didn't happen.
It was in Gaia.
Oh, fun. Yeah, I knew there had to be, like, some of the stuff didn't line up the way I expected it to. So by the time I finally found the key and ordeals and felt really, really bad about that, because if I'd done things right, I would have done ordeals first and then gone over and grabbed Mermaid Cube, then gone and done Kraken, then gone and done Tia, and would have been 20 minutes done earlier than I was. Apparently. Like, I know about time I lost. I felt real stupid about this seed, just in every way, because I don't know this map. So, but once I got key, I'm like, no, I'm done, I'm out, bye. Ugh.
Yeah. Your reasoning for not liking Noverworld is the same as my reasoning for not liking Noverworld. I just don't know the map.
Well, and I realize now that I should have, like, I kept skipping over Warp when I saw it at the couple shops I saw it at, and I should have bought that for both my mages because that would have sped up a lot of my backtracking. I could have seriously, like, picked up time there. So I mean, I'm happy with my time considering how many times I screwed up and the stupid things that I did. But, like, at the same time, I could have done this better. So, oh well.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, me and Phoenix posed also last location that key.
It does make me feel somewhat better. That was like, and the thing is, this seed was otherwise, like, really linear for the most part. Like, it kind of just led you by the hand if you paid attention. It was generous. It was. I did not pay attention, so yeah, it happens. But that was fun. I'm glad I finished. That was pretty much my only goal once I saw it was Noverworld, just get through it.
And frankly, that's pretty much what Noverworld is about, is get through it. Figure out a way to get through it.
Just get through it.
I was gratified to see the all of the salt in the race room.
Well, when you said why not do Noverworld, I'm like, do you like this? Now it's interesting to hear that you don't, and I'm like, okay, yeah, no. At least you hate it as much as we do, but I do get it needs to be run to show off to the ducks and everything. And if nothing else, I hope I was a learning experience about what not to do.
I'm glad it was this week and not next week.
Yeah. It's good to get out of the way now. We can play better the next 2 weeks and maybe have a chance.
Well, next
It
week
is-
I'm doing
it
this
is
on
a
my
mode of
laptop,
the-
so
It is a mode of the randomizer. It is something that we need to show off.
it is.
Yeah.
It just doesn't mean I can't not have a long, exasperated sigh as I scroll down the flags.
I know
So,
at one point I stopped to see if lock picking was on.
As
even
probably the main Noverworld enjoyer in the voice channel, I just have to say that while there's hate, it is largely coming from inexperience with the flag. And if you played it a bit more, you'd probably enjoy it a bit more once you got better at it.
I don't want to
No,
learn
world
the
is
maps.
Well, then do EFT. It's fun to draw new maps.
And I don't like searching Ice Cave for 0 to 3 potential staircases.
I will never, ever like EFT or EF Shuffle, Noverworld. I am still bitter about Fall League like 4 years ago. I am so bitter that I lost out
No, I
on the
feel that.
finals because of a coin flip. Because I
feel
took
that.
the wrong staircase.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's kind of how I feel about this one. I didn't pay attention to ordeals, and I was expecting my item to be in, like, Mirage or Sky Palace, and then when there was nothing in Sky Palace because it was the dud, I'm like, oh god, what did I do?
Yeah, that
conflict-
felt super bad.
Yeah,
I was just hoping beyond hope that I could skip ordeals. I knew it was there. I knew there was
Yeah.
either a zonk or an item there.
yep.
I was just hoping I was just really hoping I didn't have to go there.
It is kind of out of the way, so...
well, for all the jokes, and for all the cracks about the salt, it was a good race. It was a
That's
fun race to commentate.
That's good.
There really wasn't anything nasty in these. Like, I didn't see any gnarly scripts. Like, nothing.
I got stunned a lot
Something
in
had
Ice Cave.
death touch.
Yeah. There was a lot of Dazzle and Stun in Ice Cave that I saw early on, and that was about it. And then with a few levels, it didn't even really matter.
You know, the mention of Death Touch reminded me of the immediate punish that Odron saw after buying the pro rings and then seeing the slab for sale.
Oh,
Yeah, I bought a level 6 spell, and then I was short, and I'm like,
Look, I had a wizard staff to sell. It was fine.
I sold the wizard staff, and then I was still like 300 short.
I think I also sold like a silver sword or something.
Yeah, I sold the Zeus gauntlet after that and had enough, but
That might
Also,
have
thank
shops.
you, Darkmoon, for taking care of the scoring. I was going to go through and figure out all of the scoring
yeah, I'm used to it.
after
been
the stream dropped.
I've been scoring League since we did bucket system, so it's just it's a natural fit in my head at this point. And it gave me something to do for the 10 minutes while I was waiting for the race to end.
Well, I guess let's start wrapping it up. Odron, first on stream tonight. Final thoughts?
Don't skip ordeals. And always rely on the Masa +3. Yeah.
Phoenix, second on stream tonight.
I mean, this even though I'm not a fan of Noverworld, this wasn't as horrible as that second Lefane League seed. So there's that.
There will be more curated flags this week. she's not in the race room in the chat right now, or in the voice chat right now. But I will say that Rax curated these flags this week. The next 2 weeks, you can blame me. You can blame me for the next 2 weeks' flags.
I thought it was just blame Dark Moon on everything.
Not for Nova World. I want nothing to do with this.
No, I will gladly take the blame for the next 2 weeks, for the next 2 weeks set of flags. They are, or I'm sorry, only next week's. The week after is another Rax flag. Is another Rax flag set.
Backpedaling.
No, I looked at the
play both of them
spreadsheet.
now.
Week after next is another Rax flag set.
Did you have to
One
rack your
that we
brain
had
to
you
remember that?
down.
No, I had to remember what was where. I had to look at the spreadsheet to see what was where. But you can blame me for next week's flag set. Honestly, this was a fun race to commentate. Franklin,
Final
third on
thoughts.
stream tonight.
The Fiend shortcut looks a little weird in Nova World. And always remember, after you kill Tiamat, to go and light the orb before you exit out. Do not make the mistake I almost made tonight, or it'll be very sad.
And Dark Moon.
At least I got through. That was my whole goal. I'm hoping the next 2 weeks are better for my brain.
Seeing what the next 2 weeks flag sets are, they will be fun.
Cool.
They will be fun flag sets.
Are they fun or fun?
Well, this is Duckling, so it can't be wrinkly fun.
It's the upcoming flag sets do not have Nova World in them, and that counts for enough for you guys, right?
What about Deep Dungeon?
Well,
You get Deep Dungeon?
No, there's no deep dungeon.
That would be telling.
Oh, no deep dungeon?
Oh, no.
I'll just
Is
say that
there-
one up front.
is there a proc?
I'll say
gen?
up front. No deep dungeon.
Please tell me
That's-
proc gen is not next week.
Deep dungeon is not Duckling friendly.
Oh yeah, Proction Overworld is going to be somewhere in the boot camp. According to like the titles of it, they allude to it.
Please tell me it's not next week.
I don't know. I enjoyed Deep Dungeon as a Duckling. It was a nice change of pace.
Okay, Rax points out we do deep dungeon every couple of years, but this year is not the year for it.
That's fair.
Next week's gonna be proc gen, isn't it?
Uh,
Crap.
you might
Proc
think
Gen
so.
Earth?
I couldn't possibly comment.
I know proc gen overworld. I love proc gen. Just not next week when I'm running it on one laptop and have no ability to print off a map prior to it or keep any sort of
Right.
notes. No, the next two flag sets should be legitimately fun. Not evil Aranklio fun.
Yeah, so the Platy Party will be made of only genuinely fun flag sets.
I don't believe you.
That is the idea.
I'll believe
Saracen, final thoughts.
The only spicy flag in this flag set.
Yes, Franklin?
The only spicy flag in this flag set was having a dud location.
Found
So
it.
that I'm just gonna toss out that was more a consequence of changing to Nova World because the preset does it too, and it's because there's no bridge. So when you go into the preset for Nova World, it grays out the bridge and it leaves that as a blank, and the preset doesn't update the incentive items to match the location count. So my final thoughts, unlike the rest of these fine folks, I really like Noverworld, so I'm feeling slightly bullied. But I hope that everybody had a good time with the stream tonight. It was a fun race. It was a good performance all around. Lots of educational content here. Shout out to Mechlin and Thavian for doing awesome behind the scenes things. Thank you, DM Stewart, for having me in the booth with you. Because, yeah, we weren't sure about Rax's internet. And, you know, it had to have one enthusiast in here. So, but yeah, it was a good time coming back in here. And I hope that all of you ducks enjoy the weekly seed. It's vetted. It was a good time. And yeah, we'll see how y'all do.
So, on behalf of all of us here at the FFR community, Oderon, Phoenix, Franklin, Dark Moon, our racers tonight. All of our racers who weren't on stream tonight. Fiera Star, Ikir, Windfox, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, Jay Scheidel, God! And PCMN 1331. Mechlin and Thavian Hawk are restreamer and trackers. And my broadcast partner tonight, Saracen. I have been DM Stewart 1981. Good night, everybody.